Okay. Before we begin with our new, let us first quickly have an appreciation for all our co-classmates and fellow classmates who have completed the homework for yesterday regarding the present tense and have submitted it before they came into the class today. Okay, so very well done, Shubham, Karina, Ali, Aarti, Muskan, Sanya, Anushka, Prachi, Khadija, Sandhya, Kartik, and Chanda. Let's hope next of our rest of our classmates complete it really quick. Okay, and we keep on having the list getting bigger and bigger as we start our practicing. Okay, so without a further ado, let's move ahead. Let us quickly revise as to what we did yesterday. First time, okay. What we all can do is please remember the norms. If you wish to answer through your microphones, please raise your hands, unmute yourself and answer. Otherwise, you all can definitely always use the chat box to answer. Okay. So let's start with the first question over here. So what you need to do is identify the tense form given in the statement. So whether it is present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, or present perfect continuous tense. They have been they have been winning the competition. So which present tense form do you think it is? Very good, Tushar. Because it's present. Oh, I'm so sorry. Present perfect continuous. There is a sentence, Tushar, if you can see, have been. Yesterday we had been studying when you are comparing the statement to be in a present perfect tense, you need to have the words have and been in the statement. And you can see there are words have been in and the ing form of the verb. So the action verb is in ing form. That's the reason it is present perfect continuous tense. Okay. Next. I cycle my way to the school every day. Yeah. First answer. I cycle my way to the school every day. Which is very good, Prachi. Simple present tense. Simple present tense. Because the word cycle is in the root verb. Root verb means in the original form. Very good, Lalit. Kartik, right. All of you are giving the correct answer for this one. They are completing the flyover. They are completing the flyover. Can you please repeat, Akhilesh? Yes, Chanda. Very good, Khadija. Very good, Chanda. It's present continuous tense. The verb is in the ing form and it is still a process. It is very good. It hasn't completed yet. It is in the process of being completed. I have performed on stage.
Past tense.
Think again. Yes, excellent, Khadija, Chanda, Prachi, Kartik. Perfect tense because the verb's ed form is being used and the word have is being used. Have the present tense and the ed form of the verb represents that it is being completed. Okay. And the last one. Yes, Tusha, present perfect. She loves writing poems.
Present perfect continuous tense.
No, think again. It's not present perfect continuous tense. Yes, it's present continuous tense. Remember, yeah, when you have a perfect continuous tense, the words have been will be used. Always remember that when you're defining a statement to be present perfect continuous, have been. Yeah, the rest of you all have answered it correct. Present continuous tense. Very good. Let us try changing the sentences now quickly, okay? So there will be it's given already in a form of present tense. All you need to do is change the statement using the formulas that we studied yesterday into the tense that is being given in the bracket. So the first one is I'm cooking the lunch. Supposed to change it into present continuous tense. So remember, have, has been should be
I
used,
have
and
been cooking the lunch.
very good, Akhilesh. So I have been cooking the lunch. I have been cooking lunch, or I have been cooking the lunch is the correct answer. Next one. Yeah, Kharija. They are working on music every day. You're supposed to change it to simple present tense. So you're supposed to write the original word of ing form verb.
They work on music every day.
Very good. They work on they are destroying nature. Change it to
They have destroyed the nature.
they have destroyed the nature. Continuous.
I am completing the project.
Has
He is completing the project.
very good. He is completing the project. Very good, Khadija. Everybody on the chat who's been answering has been giving the correct answer. Very nice. So let's just hope that the rest of the people who were like, where were the difficulties through these things? We know which things need to be described, or they will be in your relations. So we will be learning today about essay writing. So let's see what identify what we will first identify what are the parts of an essay, how do we divide an essay, okay, and then we'll learn how to draft an essay. We are not writing an essay today, okay, we'll just learn what are the you need to keep in your while you are forming an essay, okay. So let us quickly move ahead. Okay, now can any one of you volunteer to read the first point for us? Raise your hand. Yes, Chan, please go ahead.
An essay generally is defined as composition on a specific topic that is there 3 or more paragraphs long.
Okay, so as Chan read it for us, that an essay is a composition which is divided into 3 or more paragraphs. 3 is the minimum you need to keep in the length. You can add on the information and it can go up till 5 paragraphs, not more than 5. Okay, next point. Okay, Ankit, please go ahead. Ankit, reading?
Yes, miss.
Yeah, please read first.
A good essay concept of a main heading, first point, and second point, a brief introduction. Third point, the body of subject matter, and effect conclusion.
Yeah. So as Ankit read it for us, there are four things that you need to keep in your mind while you're forming an essay. The first is the main. As we move further in the class, we'll understand what each of these headlines mean and how do you form them. So the first thing that we keep in our mind, heading. Second is a brief introduction as to what is the topic about. Okay, it is just the introduction. Then the main body, and then a conclusion. Conclusion is your final as to how do you end the topic. So this is how you divide an essay. So let's take a quick look into how do we do that. So we'll start with examples. Writing an essay, always remember your essay will be divided into heading, introduction, main body, and the conclusion. Let us start with the heading. I'll read this. Is the topic of an essay. So heading can be anything, specifically giving an idea to the reader as to what is the essay about. It can be the given topic, or make the topic as clear as possible. Would anybody like to volunteer for the read? Yes, Aman.
Intro should include some background information and interesting facts about the topic.
Thank you. So when you're writing the introduction, the first paragraph of your essay needs to be about the introduction. If you are writing an introduction, let's say about hobbies. So what is an hobby? You're not supposed to write about your hobby straight away. You're supposed to give a little bit of introduction as to, and maybe one or two facts about hobbies that might not be known to the reader. So it has to be a small introduction as to why, what topic has been. Okay, next one. Rahul, can you read this for us?
Intro essay supports the main points, ideas of the topic. Each point is developed with a paragraph and is supported with specific details.
Now, okay, students, when you write the introduction, you give the basic idea of what is the topic going to be about. When you're putting it in the main body, you will be highlighting and explaining it further what you have given in the introduction. So introduction becomes like a starting point for the reader to understand what they are going to be reading in the following paragraphs. Body gives them the exact information about what is the topic about. That is the reason it's called as main body. Here you even give out some types, some facts, everything in the main body comes into detail and specification. And you can extend the main body up till 3 paragraphs. So you can make 3 small paragraphs, or you can give 1 big paragraph with complete detail. Okay. Tushar, can you read the last one for us?
Conclusion main points of the it refers to the sense of closure for any ideas brought up in the essay.
Thank you. So what is happening in conclusion is whatever you have explained in the main body, you will be summarizing the whole essay into the conclusion, and even give certain ideas or viewpoints as to maybe what do you think, or what, and give it an end. So it needs to come to an end stating why did you, what was the explanation point of view. So the conclusion will be a short paragraph which summarizes your introduction as well as the main body. So let me just repeat the whole thing. You start your essay with a heading. Okay, it can be a catchy line, can be just the topic. It gives the reader the clear idea of what they will be reading today. Okay, next you go with the introduction. Here you give them what are you going to give the basic information about the topic. So you're not in detail, you're just giving an idea of what is the topic about and some facts if you remember. And in the main body, you start explaining. You raised your hand, you have a question. Okay, no problem. So the main body of the essay explains the introduction in detail. So in the main body, you can add examples, you can add your personal experiences, you can add something that you maybe have watched in the news and you want to explain it to the reader that I went through this fact and I even had a proof because it was shown in the news at so and so day. So the main body contains every single detail about your essay heading. Okay. And the conclusion is the summarization of your introduction body and it gives you closure to it. Okay. Please give me a thumbs up if you have understood how do you divide these three parts. Got one. Okay. So let us quickly move ahead. Now let's see some of this about how does an introduction look like. Okay. And so first we'll be starting with the heading and the introduction. Okay, now let us quickly keep it swift and let's see if we can have new participants right now to share the reading or to continue. So the heading for the particular sample or the example that we're going to be looking at is hobbies. Okay, so somebody would like to volunteer for the read? Yes, Rahul.
The word hobby from the hobby horse, which is a stick fitted which with a wooden horse head which children ride as as tried for their. So a hobby is a amusement properly. It is any interesting pursuit, not our main business, which we take up and is in our leisure time.
Okay, so certain points, certain words which I would like to share the meaning of. The first word over here is their amusement. Children ride as trend in their amusement is they find enjoyment in doing that particular kind of riding activity. Next is a leisure time. Leisure time means when I have a little bit of free time on my hand. So I do that particular hobby. So it is not from the business perspective. So when Rahul read this, yes, Chand, correct. You gave the answer for leisure time. So when Rahul read this for us, what is this particular paragraph giving you is not a complete detail about hobbies. It's just giving you an introduction as to what or how is a hobby used. Okay. Uh, give me a reaction that you've understood this. Maybe a thumbs up. Okay, 2 thumbs up. Okay. So every time you write an introduction, understand the topic and just the what is the meaning of the topic. Okay. Let's go with the next one. Rohit, could you read this for us? We're going to be doing the main body now.
There are different kinds of hobbies. Many take the form of connect in some form. Collecting postage stamps is a common hobby in England. Not only boys, but with men too. Some make connections of wild
Flowers.
and
Huh.
flowers and ferns and press and mount their specimens.
Specimen.
Specific and interesting in geology and find much amusement
Amusement.
amusement in connecting. Still, such hobbies do not cost much and are within the reach of all, but others such as connecting pictures, old book, curiosities and antiques are only for the rich.
Thank you. So what is happening in this particular paragraph? This is the second paragraph of your essay. Here you give the complete detail about hobbies. So in this paragraph, the writer has given you the details about what are the different kind of hobbies that people have, then what maintain those hobbies. So the hobbies, as you can have an hobby of reading, maybe dancing, as they have given collecting stems, zoology, then others like collecting flowers, different kinds of flowers, and making it in a picture frame and collecting them. So these are hobbies that they have, that the writer has given you detail. So the body of your essay will be the entire detail of your exact topic that has been. So whatever you gave in the introduction, you just need to elaborate it more in detail in your main body. Okay, let's go ahead for the last conclusion part. A new person from the classroom. Yes, Aman, please go ahead.
Everyone, young and old, should hobby of some sort of his legis,
Leisure,
leisure,
leisure.
leisure hours of adds to the pleasure of life. It is often an education in itself, and it
Fills
fills our
vacant.
vacant hours with interest. It gives us also something to fall back on when our business days are over. In the leisure time is the end of the life.
Very good, Aman. So what is the conclusion giving you a part? Conclusion is telling you why you need to have hobbies. So it is summarized as well as the main body. So it gave you the reason as to why do you need to have the hobby. It can, be used as a recreation. So it can give you peace as well as keep your spirit high so that you're always inspired. Or even sometimes it happens like, in COVID, we have seen this example that a lot of lost their jobs. So how did they, survive this 1.5, 2 years of a span? They had some hobbies which they converted into business, some services using those hobbies, and through that they could make money. So a hobby is also adding to your education. It teaches more knowledge that you can share with somebody else, or maybe use it to make an income out of it. If you're not even using to make an income, it's an option. But having a hobby gives you an extra option, that it is, you can depend upon your hobby if you wish to make money. That is how you summarize the whole idea of your topic. So topic can be anything. Over here it was hobbies. You can they use certain topics in your examination. You're supposed to select the one which you have the most confident about and write about it in 3 your essay till 5 paragraphs, but make sure that your main body contains 3 paragraphs. Okay, introduction and conclusion must have only 1 paragraph. The main body can be extended up till 3 paragraphs, and thus your essay cannot extend more than 5 paragraphs. It has to be only till 5, minimum 3. And when you're writing it in the minimum 3 paragraphs, it has to contain heading, introduction, main body, and conclusion. Hope you've understood the example and the diversification that we have just discussed. Please give me a thumbs up if you've understood it. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So now we understood what is an introduction, main body, and conclusion. We the examples as to how is a sample written in these 3 forms. Now, if you and me, we have to create on a given topic, how do we organize these 3 paragraphs? So let us learn that for today. That is our only major objective today, is to learn how to divide what that are coming in our mind for the given topic. So for that, we'll be learning a very simple thing that's called as a graphic organizer, which helps you down your thoughts about the given topics in the format which helps you to create the essay. But today we are only going to be creating the rough plan or the draft of what are the things that you're going to put down in your essay. Okay, so let me start with this thing. The first thing we're going to do is topic. So so the topic that I have taken, or maybe you can also take topic if you want. So the first topic that I'll be taking, but for the practice, let's keep the topic same. For the practice, let's keep the topic same while you all are making the learning to make a draft. Okay. So the topic for today is online education in lockdown. Okay. So it's about how did we have our online during the lockdown and what are the things that we experienced during this whole education or while attending lectures online. So there is this table. I hope you have your notebooks ready. So maybe you can just draw this table in your notebook and keep it ready while we are discussing it time after this so that you can note down your ideas into it. Okay. So the first thing, as we discussed, that the first thing is going to be the heading. So the heading is going to be online education in the lockdown. I'm giving you exactly 5 seconds. Please note it down in your notebooks. Topic for the is going to be online education in lockdown. Just give me a thumbs up once you're done writing the topic. You all are learning how to draft your ideas regarding a topic. I've got just one thumbs up till now. The rest, thank you, Muskan, Karthik, Khadija, others. Okay, so let's move ahead. So the first column or the first part that you're going to be writing about is or ideas about the given topic. So when I was thinking about this topic, the ideas that came into my mind, I wrote it in the pointers form. So what was the ideas that I had in my mind was what was I doing before the lockdown came in, or how was I attending my school when before the lockdown was created. Okay. So the first thing I wrote was like I used to go out with my family. I used to meet my friends, my teachers. I used to have, like I used to roam freely outside without any restrictions. So that was the first thing that came into my mind. And thus I have written the first one like that. The second, I am so that used to be my normal routine before the lockdown was initiated. So this is an introduction as to what was my life before the lockdown, lockdown came to existence and everything changed. So I used to pack my bag every night for the following day or maybe in the morning as to what are the lectures that I need to books with, and I used to be packing my bags. Next thing, there is a lot of traffic and crowd outside the school. So normally it used to happen that when I used to go to the school, it used to be very quiet. But by the time I was done with my school, when I used to come out of the school and start going home, there used to be a lot of people on the road and a lot of traffic, and talk to my friends while walking home or maybe like run home quickly. So these were the experiences that I was facing before the lockdown was initiated. So you can write whatever comes into your mind, okay, about how was your life before the pandemic, before the lockdown was in. Next over here is what is the main body. What am I doing now is I'm going to connect the main body explanation to my introduction, because everything in my schedule changed once the lockdown was initiated. So it was very important for me to take different kind of measures now. Safe, the people around me are safe, as well as my family is safe. So there were certain things that came in my mind when I was thinking about the main body. So what are those? So for the reason for the lockdown, because a lot of us were like in a big question mark as to why we are all locked in our house. So that was the first thing that I was. Then I had that understanding the reason for the lockdown. I got to know that there is this virus known as COVID-19, and now we have to, or the coronavirus. So what is the virus? Where did it come from? So these were the thoughts. But how to form it? I had this thought that, okay, I need to know what is COVID. So the second point is, what is COVID? Next, schools are closing. So now the government gave the ideas like you are not supposed to call the students in the school because it is unsafe for them. You start teaching them online. So now the new concept was being introduced, like everything will be happening on. So now the schools started introducing online models, taking lectures online. So that was the third thought. Next, I started attending my school, or let's say stand online. And there was this new devices that came into how to use my cell phone in a different manner. I started understanding that too. So before this, maybe I used to use my parents' cell phone or my cell phone to play games, or maybe to chat, or maybe search something, or do different kind of other activities like play mostly, or maybe like just have certain notes on the group of the school, like okay, this is the submission, this is the timetable. But now a lot of things changed. So how to use the device? I started learning to use device in a different form, or maybe have help in understanding how the devices work. So these are the main bodies I had in my mind. Certain things that you can put in the main bodies are also advantages of online learning, disadvantages of online learning. You adjust to the online atmosphere. Were you comfortable in the beginning, or was it difficult for you to get used to attending lectures online? So what were the issues? What were the plus points? How was the experience? You all can write that in your main body. So points can definitely differ. It is not this, it shouldn't be the same, because your points are going to be different than mine. And the last one is it. Oh, I'm sorry. So what is going to be in the conclusion is summarizing the introduction and main body. So what were the new things did I learn? So I was thinking about summarizing it in the conclusion. How to use technology in an advanced way. What were the things that I learned during the online classes? I also missed going to the school, okay, because I wanted to go again and have maybe the break time. So there were so many different things that I used to do when I did not have everything online. So I missed that too. But because it was necessary, I was attending it was online class. Then how could the technology be used in future? So you learned how the PPTs are being used. You learn how to use different kinds of videos to there might be so many different things that you learn throughout the online experience. So how could you use those things, in your future to enhance your learning? And this was my thought, that I'm eagerly waiting for my school to open so that I can go back to the classroom, interact with the teachers, maybe participate in sports, have an annual day celebration, like physical annual day celebration. There were so many things that I'm closing my essay with a hope that please let's open the school soon. I really wish to go and meet my friends. So that is my concluding thought. This is how I've put down just the idea of what I really need to write in my essay, so that I don't mix up what I want to essay is formed in a given pattern, and it gives clear idea to the reader who's going to be reading it. Okay. I hope this entire graphic organizer is clear to you as to how you write it, or what kind of ideas do you put in the columns, each columns. Thank you, Khadija, for the thumbs up. Others? Yeah. Chanda, Nikhil, Kartik, Rohit. Okay. What you're going to be doing now is simple. You have like 5 to 10 minutes of time. Okay. So quickly, I hope you had noted down the entire format of the graphic organizer. You'll be creating your organizer on the same topic, online education in lockdown. That is your topic. Now you will be putting down your own ideas in all the 3 columns and uploading the picture on your WhatsApp. Okay. Me and Palak, we'll go through. Okay. So you've given like 10 minutes right now. It's your work time. Please complete your organizers. While you are writing, please keep certain points in your mind. What did your schedule for the day look like before the lockdown? So that's your introduction part. Okay. Next, what was your reaction when the lockdown was imposed? Or how did you adjust to the situation? That advantages, disadvantages will come as the main body. So you only need to write the points. Don't write complete sentences. If you just have a point like, okay, working homework submission online, whatever your pointers are, just put the points. Don't write the entire paragraph. Okay. And the last one, conclusion. If you, what was your understanding about online? Do you think it was bad or do you think it was good? What would you prefer, and why would you prefer that thing? What did you learn in the lockdown, and how would you? You've got like 5 to 10 minutes exactly. Uh, can I in? Can one of you just volunteer and summarize this? Like, what are we doing right now in our workplace? Can one of just come off mute or maybe write it in the chat? Like, what are we going to be doing right now in our workplace? Rahul, the topic is online education in lockdown.
Okay, miss.
Guessing you all started working on your geo. I'll keep the you just in case you want to know what the graphic organizer looks like for people who got dropped out. Yeah, Chan, we are going to form our own geos topic, but with our opinions. Very good, Chan. Thank you for summarizing that for the entire class and answering it. Please start working. You are supposed to share your geo graphic organizer or geo pictures on your group, okay? Who complete their worksheets, yesterday's worksheet on present tense, please complete them and submit it to submit it so that I know that if you understood the topic. If no, parts we need to redo. Okay, and we will be ending the lecture now, but complete your geos and put it on the. Thank you.